So first of all, thank you so much for
Thank you.
talking to us. The first question is, what is the Taliban's vision for Afghanistan?
Our vision for Afghanistan is a peaceful Afghanistan, a prosperous Afghanistan, a Afghanistan with national unity, and a Afghanistan with everyone of people of Afghanistan see themselves in the government and also have opportunities to have in the reconstruction of Afghanistan, because our country has been destroyed during the past 20 years. So there is a lot of work for reconstruction and rehabilitation of the country.
Is there a place for members of the former Afghan government?
Right now, our leaders have consultation among themselves to consider everyone to be included in the future government. As you know, we have taken over all Afghanistan through military means, but still we want for future Afghanistan, for future government, that all Afghan politicians and personalities have their participation, and all Afghans take part in the government departments on the basis of their talents.
Mm-hmm. Is there any place left for peace negotiations in Doha?
I think the negotiation is already underway in Kabul, because our seniors and some members of the political office negotiation team, headed by Mullah Biradar, His Excellency Mullah Biradar, they are in Kabul, and they are having talks with different Afghan politicians who were working in the former Kabul administration. So they are having these talks and consultation with them for the last week or 10 days.
So are there going to be no more negotiations in Doha?
So we have just shifted, because Mullah Biradar is there, we have shifted to Kabul right now. But at the same time, there are the remaining members of the negotiation team here, and we are having meetings with different countries here. You can say Doha is a kind of center right now, but for future, when the government is formed, then of course many of members will go and they will take a post in the new government, but still there depends on the decision of our leadership about our office here, that maybe there is a need for a center, for a kind of linking place to be here.
You've made several promises and guarantees over women's rights and other various aspects.
Yes.
But it seemed like a new Taliban. So what changed?
It is our policy. For example, the women can have access to education, to work. But with hijab, because as a Islamic society, Muslim women, they observe the hijab. Otherwise, they can have access to education. They can receive education from primary to higher education. They can go to university, and also can do their jobs. So we are committed. What he said, it is also my statement, his statement, and any other statement, because it is policy. And we hope this will the situation of women and men of Afghanistan will improve further with the passage of time.
Among those statements were guarantees of amnesty for government officials and journalists and whatnot. So what guarantees that those people are going to be protected?
our leaders has granted general amnesty. So it is there. But now is the implementation. We are implementing the instruction in the policy. So sometimes we receive that it is door-to-door search, or someone is being targeted, but it is only claims. We have not found after investigation that it has happened. Though if such thing happens by anyone, even maybe sometimes by the spoilers, our opponents, in order to malign us, in order to give us a bad name, maybe. But our security forces are strictly instructed to investigate such incident and bring the culprits to courts to be punished.
So you're saying that the documents that were released and the reports released regarding the door-to-door searches were untrue?
Yes.
So yesterday also, in the most recent press conference, you said that you've stopped Afghans from going to the Kabul airport. Why is that?
We have stopped those Afghans who have no documents, this one. And secondly, we are searching all cars in Afghans, because we received reports that ISIS members are trying, under the cover of going to abroad, they have their intention of carrying out sabotage activities inside the congestion of people at the airport. So that is why we are checking everyone. And as for those who have documents, we have opened up a new gate. Only those who have documents, they can pass through that gate. But the remaining who have no documents, they are prevented from going to the airport. Because, you know, this such a huge congestion of people, some people died there. But at the same time, if they have passports and visas in future, they can go through commercial flights.
But not now.
Right now, they do not have any kind of documents. So how it is to be? Would be illegal to go.
The Taliban recently warned that there could be consequences if the U.S. further extends its deadline beyond August 31st for the troop withdrawal. What could those consequences be?
You see, it is if they violate this, it will be the second violation. First, they violated the agreement because they were to withdraw completely by May 1st. Then they announced, Mr. President Biden, that he will withdraw his forces by 31st August. Now, if he violates, it will be a second violation, and it will create suspicion, of course. It will suspicion. There are reports that they are continuing occupation under one justification or another. So it will widen the mistrust, the gap of mistrust. So I think it is better for them that they go by their commitment, what they said, by 31st August. But if they have any concern regarding the evacuation of those Afghans who are working with them, so we have an option, and that is they can evacuate them, or those Afghans can go after 31st August. Only that they should have passports and visas. They can go through commercial flights. There will be no hurdle in their way.
Is the Taliban going to attack?
About that, if they violate the 31st August, then it is up to our leadership decision. They will take a decision. What kind of decision, that's up to them.
Former President Ashraf Ghani has fled to the UAE. Why do you think he chose the UAE?
I think they had a very close relation with them in the past. Afghanistan, Ashraf Ghani had close relation with them.
So what does this mean in terms of relations, the Taliban's relations with the UAE then?
We have relations, of course, with Qatar, our offices here, and also had relation with them, UAE. We had at the beginning some of NGOs meeting there and UAE. So it is based on their policy. So this reflects their policy that they give him there. It doesn't mean that they had not relation with us, but it's more based on because of their policy.
Mm-hmm. Also, after he fled Afghanistan, there were reports that said that he left with tons of cash. Is the Taliban planning on ensuring that this money returns to the Afghan people?
Sure, he has taken the money of the people of Afghanistan, so it doesn't belong to him. So the money should be returned. Why should he take the money of the people of Afghanistan when himself at the last moment? So he made a mistake by abandoning the government all of a sudden while we were waiting a peaceful transfer of power, and our forces were waiting at the gate of Kabul city. But he suddenly fled and abandoned everything, and that created a vacuum of insecurity, plundering and shooting in the city. But even despite that, he took money which was the property and the asset of the people of Afghanistan with him.
But is the Taliban in talks right now to get that money back?
Right now, it is our emergency situation. We are focusing on maintaining security, and we are stabilizing the country to bring about stability and to form a new Afghan inclusive Islamic government. These are our priorities. Then we'll go to our second priority, third priority. It is a long list.
There are reports that countries like Germany have halted aid to Afghanistan. What is the Taliban's response to that?
Look, the aids are not for us. Those aids are for the people of Afghanistan. And the people of Afghanistan are in dire need of that aid. So I don't know why they have halted, while the people of Afghanistan need that, while there is a humanitarian situation, a crisis in Afghanistan, and the people of Afghanistan are, a great percentage of the people of Afghanistan are living under the poverty line. So I don't know, while they themselves advocating human rights and human values while contradicting the same principle which they are advocating.
Speaking of the humanitarian situation, yesterday the executive director of the World Food Program said that they've been in talks with the Taliban in order to provide humanitarian assistance. Can you tell me more about those talks?
We have contacts with UN, UNAMA, for the last many years. And we have talked with them. We are talking with them from time to time. I don't have the details, but we have called on international NGOs, UN, that come forward with urgent assistance for the people of Afghanistan. There is urgent need.
So right now, one thing the Taliban is missing is international legitimacy. What is the Taliban doing in order to navigate through this? Or is this even on the Taliban's agenda in any way?
See, we fought for our liberation for the last 20 years. It was our people, the strength of our people, that we were able to sustain this fight for 20 years. And to finance that, and to have recruitment from among the people. So this government is the government of the people of Afghanistan. It is not a government imposed on our people as a result of occupation or an invasion. So I think it is for all countries to respect the aspiration and demand of the people of Afghanistan, their aspiration, and recognize this government. Because it is the government of all ethnicities of Afghanistan. All ethnicities, they had participation in this great jihad. So if they believe in their democracy and the mandate of the people, they should respect the mandate of the people of Afghanistan.
Now that the Taliban is in power in Afghanistan, what is the future going to be like in terms of its foreign affairs with other countries?
We want to have good relation with all countries, to have cooperation with our neighbors, our regional countries, and other world countries on the basis of mutual respect and mutual interest. This is our policy.
Is the United States among those countries?
Yes.
So would you have talks with the Joe Biden administration then?
Yes. If they want to have relation with us on the basis of mutual respect and mutual interest, yes, we are ready to have talks with them.
Well, do you have any final thoughts?
We are grateful to Qatar. They helped to resolve the issue through peaceful means, through talks, many talks. So I think they had a very great role in resolving the Afghan issue through many ways. For example, through coming the delegation of other countries here, talking with us, we are conveying our policy to them. Through contacts with the Kabul administration delegation coming here, and their negotiation team here, and their the Qatar mediation role, positive mediation role, not only now, but also with the Americans that we had negotiation for 18 months. So they did a great work, and we are grateful for that. I think it will remain a chapter, a very golden chapter in the history of Afghanistan.
What do you have to say to the thousands of Afghans now trying to flee Afghanistan?
I think I am telling them, Afghanistan is your country. You should focus on rebuilding your country in a peaceful Afghanistan. Don't be scared. Don't, for the purpose of economic migration, don't go there. Build your country, that other people come here to your country as a economic migrant, rather going to other countries. And your property is secure, your life is secure. We are brothers, we are Afghans. We should come together to build our life, to build the country, and have a peaceful coexistence here in our land.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sohail.